Welcome back to the World with Randall Williams, and you know what we're here for. The Grammys just wrapped, and what an incredible show from top to bottom. Shout out to the Recording Academy CEO, Harvey Mason Jr., the production team, CBS, the artists, the crowd. It was probably one of the best award shows I've seen in a long time, one that I actually thoroughly enjoyed watching. It didn't feel, sometimes these award shows feel snobby. I think that there was a lot of artists who really, really enjoyed things, and I think that goes to a shout out to the Recording Academy. You had a lot of worthy, and every year there are a lot of worthy artists who want these awards, who are very competitive about these things, and there was some real competition in the Big Four this year, of Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and of course Album of the Year. And I thought they nailed it. I thought they nailed it. I don't want to jump right in and talk about Kendrick right away, but why don't we discuss Beyonce? Beyonce finally, finally won her album of the year. It only took, I don't know, 2 decades or so. And, she will become, or she is now the first Black woman to win album of the year since 1999. Lauren Hill, which is crazy. I think I made a TikTok last year when SZA lost SOS to Taylor Swift. And obviously, Taylor Swift is one of the most awarded musicians ever. And I thought SZA handled it very, very gracefully because, I mean, when you're frustrated with not winning, it doesn't really have much to do. A lot of times, it doesn't really have much to do with the artist. There probably are a few times where artists do feel like someone is winning everything, but I think everyone was just very graceful tonight. A lot of cheering, a lot of happiness. I think just about everybody except for Shabuzi, and maybe Shabuzi won something as well. It's a lot of awards awarded over the night, so if I missed it, I apologize. But he had put on a great performance. But Beyonce finally won, and then her reaction to winning Best Country Album was incredible. I think that I'm not going to put words in her mouth, but the way that I interpreted her reaction was just that she's so used to, I wouldn't say losing because she's the she's the all-time leading Grammy Award winning artist, but I think she's so used to being let down in areas where she thought she excelled and very clearly did excel, and the system or the system in place, just people didn't vote for her. And the genuine reaction from her family, obviously Jay-Z, and why am I forgetting her daughter's name? Blue Ivy. The genuine reaction, and then her to get on stage and just literally look starstruck. It's just beautiful. Beautiful moment. I think in going and seeing everyone, I'll talk about Kendrick now because I think we have to. I cannot believe he swept. Like, maybe there's only one area that he didn't. I want to say he was 5 for 5 or 5 for 6, but for Not Like Us to win Record of the Year and Song of the Year, that is insane. Insane. This Is America, I believe, is the last rap song to win that. And it's also funny because Donald Glover / Childish Gambino said that was originally a Drake diss as well, and then it turned into something completely different. But for Not Like Us to win that, and then to hear the roar from the crowd yelling A minor when he's walking on stage is ridiculous. I mean, I was shocked. I'm just so used to. I'm from the era of like Macklemore beating Good Kid, Macklemore's album beating Good Kid, Mad City, and then To Pimp a Butterfly losing to Taylor Swift, and so many other albums that have come out where it's just like you thought that whatever your favorite artist that you were rooting for, you thought that they were going to win and they didn't. And then you're just like, this shit sucks. Like the award shows suck, and everyone's just blaming everything. But yeah, it was. I thought I'm just in awe that sometimes you don't know a song has transcended culture until you're watching something on national television, because we all exist in these pockets, right? Like I've traveled, I would say I'm well traveled over the country, and I've heard Not Like Us performed in a lot of different clubs and arenas and places like that. But the reaction that you saw tonight on national television in a room full of stars, the dancing that went on to that song, it's just like that song was really, really infectious. And excuse me, I think we're going to see a whole lot more of that on Super Bowl Sunday. So incredible, incredible. Let's stay on TDE for a little bit. SZA won a Grammy for Saturn. I'm not exactly sure what the specific category is. I'll plug it right there. Um, but Saturn is a beautiful song. SZA's won 5 Grammys after being shut out for Control years ago. That was 20. That had to be the 2018 Grammys because that album dropped in 2017. So, see SZA win is always a beautiful thing. I think that um, she's a lot of fun. SZA is a lot of fun. I think that her perseverance. I think she's very transparent in her art, and to see someone like that, I don't know that she would. One of the things that I would say that I think that a lot of artists and fans say is that just her writing process. She says things that people are afraid to say out loud, and to see an artist like that win so that they can encourage more artists is a beautiful thing. And then you have Doechii, of course, and I don't remember who I picked to win this, but I wanted Doechii to win out of that category between "We Don't Trust You," "Alligator Bites Never Heal." I'm trying to think. "Might Delete Later," the Eminem album, and I'm missing one. There's another one I'm missing, but I wanted Doechii to win, and I'm shocked that she did. I'm just in awe because there's been 3 Black women ever to win in that category, and while I do think that she did have the best album in that, historically speaking, when you're talking about albums that have won in that category, they have a hit, they have a large commercial success, all of these things. And if you're looking at what Doechii was going up against tonight, and "We Don't Trust You" has a #1 record in Like That, in Might Delete Later. I believe the song that was deleted, 7 Minute Drill, was a top 10 record. Eminem definitely had a top 5 or top 10 record from his album, and I'm missing the last one. I don't remember what the last album was, but point being, she didn't check any of the boxes that the Grammys had previously went by. Like it always felt like you have to do something, you have to have a hit, you have to sell well, you have to have something. And like I think that while "Denial Is a River" is an incredible song, it really has just now picked up steam in the last 2 to 3 months, and there's been a hate train that has come along with that. So to see her win a beautiful, incredible speech up there was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, just to see what it means. Like this show really was a lot of fun to watch because I think you saw just the joy in everyone. And maybe I think it was in large part because of maybe the fires out in LA as well, and bringing people together for a night and to celebrate something when so much devastation has gone across Los Angeles. But just the sheer joy from all these award winners. And that doesn't mean like, in previous years that there wasn't joy, but this year it felt different. It just felt elevated. Um, and to see Doechii win and to say what she did about, elevating Black women and things like that, I hope that anyone who's watching, anyone who's going to see that receives it, because I think that we need more of that in hip hop, especially from um, our Black women, period. And sometimes they're not afforded to get on these stages in the first place. So when they are, a message like that is important. And that doesn't mean, again, that like Meg or Lotto or whoever you want to put the hat on wouldn't get up there and say something similar. But and I hope that when the time comes, that they do win an award like that. But for Doechii to win, that was special. That was special. I thought the performances were a lot of fun. I thought her performance, Doechii's performance, was fun. I thought Sabrina Carpenter's performance was fun. I think Sabrina Carpenter is like just like the classic pop star. Her music is very fun. She's I think most people would consider her a really pretty girl, and she just seems like a sweet person. And she obviously, I don't think she won in any of the big 4 categories, but she won Best Pop Album. Um, and you can't escape Short and Sweet, whether it be Espresso or Please Please Please, or there's a couple other records on there that I'm not remembering because it's really late and I've been up for however long. But incredible night. I thought Shabuzi's performance was fun. Trying to think of who else performed. There's a couple artists who I'm not familiar with, who had some really, really good performances, but oh, we have to talk about The Weeknd. That was another thing. The Weeknd returned to the Grammy stage. I thought that look, I don't think that we talk about The Weeknd in the lens that we should. Like The Weeknd is a generational artist, and um we just don't really mention him that way. I think we talk about him being like a pop star, and I think there are fans who enjoyed his old music, there are fans who enjoyed his new music, but we never really appreciate him for who he is and what he means to um, music culture. Period. So it was nice to see him back on stage. I think he's obviously there because his album just dropped, and he's reconciled clearly with the Grammys if he's performing there, and I think it's kind of gangster that the reconciliation was for them to apologize to him, and then for them to apologize to him, and then for him to perform. Obviously, that sets the stage for next year's Grammys for him to be nominated and probably win a lot. I have not listened to the new album yet, but my little brother told me it was incredible. He said that the album had him floating. So I have to tap in and see what it's hitting for. But what a night! What a night! I thought that Janelle Monae killed her performance. I thought that was a good performance. I thought Alicia Keys' speech was great, calling out diversity, equity, inclusion, and standing firm on that. Chappell Roan's speech on artists having healthcare plans, like just were some really powerful words were said tonight. And I think that sometimes award stages and these speeches happen, and then sometimes things happen and sometimes they don't. But the bravery to go up on stage in front of you know thousands of people in stage and millions of people watching, and to have a message and to execute it the way that these artists did tonight, I thought it was commendable. I thought it was commendable, and I think that there's going to be a lot of partying in Los Angeles tonight. A lot of partying. I don't there's Of course there's going to be some people who are bitter. I think that's the natural order of award shows, but I would be hard pressed to think that like a good portion that's everybody has something to celebrate, I would think. Um and that's coming from somebody who is sitting in New Orleans right now. uh so you take it with my 2 cents. There's definitely some people who are upset about some things, but really fun award show. I thought that some details that I noticed, going back to the Kendrick thing really quickly, was that he was wearing a Canadian tux. I think that is an he has a way of getting these subliminal messages that I think people who are watching can understand. That's the best way that I can put it. Because and whether he was just say it or not, like, oh, this is not that. This is just what I like to wear. No, can't get by me. Can't get by me. Uh Chains going crazy. Let me chill. But point being, I think that it's really clever. Really, really clever. I thought that there were a lot of artists who look really good tonight. A lot of fun moments on the red carpet. A lot of fun moments on the red carpet that will take too long to recap here, but I think that's about it. I thought that, of course, I'll recap really quickly. I'm ecstatic for Beyonce to finally get that award. It's a shame that she had to cross the roads that she did to get there. That's probably a subject for another day. Um, for Kendrick to get record and song of the year for Not Like Us, I'm not gonna lie. I will not be surprised if Drake's 81-page defamation lawsuit now becomes 82 pages because this song was now played at the Grammys. It won 5 awards. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if his attorneys double down, and we'll see where what happens with that. I will say, to see Taylor Swift dance to Not Like Us, some of these jokes just write themselves. Like the whole, I think it was Drake that said they use me as they don't have nothing to drop button, and then the Taylor made freestyle where he's like, they're putting your schedule around Taylor Swift's album, and then to see Taylor Swift dancing to Not Like Us, the song that is effectively like changed the way that a lot of people look at Drake. I think that these jokes just write themselves. Again, SZA won, Doechii won, Sabrina Carpenter won. Chappell Roan won. A lot of powerful speeches tonight. Great performances. I thought it was just a really good showing for CBS, for the Grammys, for LA, for the artist. I would give the Grammys an A plus. I would give this show an A plus. But let me know what you think. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I have to get to bed. It's Super Bowl week. Obviously, you can tell I am not back home. I am on the road and have a crazy day ahead of me tomorrow. So hopefully, I'll be able to upload some stuff while I'm here running around. But let me know what you think. What did you think of the Grammys? Is there anybody that you thought was snubbed? Anybody who you thought should have won? Anything like that? Please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll engage in that comment section and let me know what you want to see from this channel. But that's all I got for you all today. This is The World with Randall Williams. Have a good one.